Hello, lovely people. Welcome back to Live.Life.Lovely. I am Lakisha, and I am here today talking about one of my favorite topics to life coach about, and that is how to find your life's purpose. Do you know where you are going to be in the next 5 years? Can you tell me in 5 years where you're going to be? So the reason why I like this topic so much is because I am a true believer in living a purpose-filled life. And to do that, you have to know what your purpose is. We hear a lot of sermons and a lot of motivational speakers talking about living your dreams. But how can you live your dreams if you don't even know what your dreams are? So let's go back a little bit and backwards map and talk about why you are here. Why did God put you here on this earth? We need to know that, you need to know that, and we need to know that because we need to benefit from your purpose. So one of my favorite books is called Robbing the Grave of Its Greatness by Delatoro McNeil. Okay, and Robbing the Grave of Its Greatness is about finding your life's purpose, because in the graves today, in every graveyard, is greatness. A lot of people are leaving this earth not fulfilling their destiny and their purpose in life, and so their greatness is going down in the grave with them. And I feel like my mission is to not have you do that. Don't go to your grave with your greatness locked up inside you. You have to know what your purpose is so you can fulfill your purpose on this earth before you even get to that part of the life cycle. So I'm going to tell you 4 things you can do to find your life's purpose. So I need you to do this life work with me and go get a pen and a paper. So while you get your pen and paper, I will wait here and I'll be back when you get back. All right, do you have your pen and paper? All right, so here we go. Really quickly, 4 things you can do to find your life's purpose. Number 1, you have to take an assessment. Okay, so if you have a computer with the internet or a cell phone with the internet, you can access these free materials. So there are free assessments online that tell you what your purpose is, what career you may need to be in, what things you like to do, and they're called personality tests. My favorite personality test is the Jung typology test. Jung typology test. It is free. It's about 50 questions. It takes about 10 minutes to answer, and then it will give you a profile of yourself that you can read through and take notes with. So that's called the Jung typology test. All right. The second type of test, if you are a Christian like I am, is the spiritual gifts assessment. So your spiritual gifts are gifts that are mentioned in the Bible that God has placed inside of you. And so a lot of times we don't know what those gifts are. You have to take the assessment to find out. So your churches may have like classes on this, but guess what? You can take a free test online. So take a spiritual gifts assessment. There is a website called spiritualgiftstest.com. I'm not sure how free the tests are, but they do have spiritual gifts assessment on that website. So go to that website to take that. So if you take a personality test and a spiritual gifts assessment, you will have a pretty good idea of your strengths, and you were born with certain strengths and they are connected to your purpose. See how easy this is? So once you find out your strengths, connect them to a purpose, you are on your way to living your destiny out in life. So that's number 1. All right, number 2. Write number 2 down on your paper. The second thing you need to do to find your life's purpose, and this is my favorite, you are going to ask 5 people to tell you 5 of your strengths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not many. And they have to be people who are close to you and who have known you for a period of time. So your mom, your spouse, your children, or a child, your uncle, your brother. That's just an example. So on your paper, if you can write down a list of the 5 people you're going to ask, that will be great. And then sometime this week, if you can ask them 5 things to tell you 5 of your strengths as a person. Now, when I did this assessment, it enlightened me because I never thought of myself as a great problem solver. But when I asked people this question, I realized that I can solve problems, and I had to rethink that and say, hey, why am I talking negatively in this area about myself? I'm pretty good at solving problems. So I didn't know that until I asked 5 people. So do that. So that's number 2. Number 3, and write that down on your paper, is that you are going to you're going to make a list of everything that you must do whether you get paid or not. Let me let that simmer. Yes. What are some things that you know you must do whether you get paid or not? And I'll give you an example. So I know I love to coach. I love to coach. I love to listen to people, hear what they're saying, ask them some questions, and hopefully have them come up with their own answers based on the questions I've asked. And hopefully they'll realize on their own questions. But I really love coaching, and I'll do it whether I get paid or not. So that is something I know that is part of my life's purpose, and that will stay with me for the rest of my life. And when I look back on my life since I was a child, it's always been with me. So I want you to make a list of everything you enjoy doing. I mean, it just gives you joy. And you may think about it when you're off to bed. You may think about it when you wake up in the morning. When you have free time, you always want to do it. What is that? What is that? Because that is something that is aligned with why God put you on this earth. Okay, so that's 3 things that you can do to find your life's purpose. And then the 4th thing is a culmination of the first 3. So number 1 was to take a personality and a spiritual gifts assessment. Number 2 was to ask 5 people to tell you 5 of your strengths and write them down. You should have about 20. And then the 3rd thing you're going to do is make a list of all of the things that you love to do, whether you get paid or not. What are those things? And one of mine is making YouTube videos. And so you're going to take all 3 of those things and you're going to put them into number 4, our last one. The 4th thing you're going to do to find your life's purpose is draft a vision statement. So you're going to take all that data from 1, 2, and 3 that you wrote down. You're going to look at it, you're going to analyze it, and then you're going to draft one long statement that tells you about your life and where your life is going. So a vision statement is about your future. What are you going to be doing in the next 5 years, and what should you be doing now? That is what your life's personal vision statement is about. So you're going to draft a personal vision statement, and that vision statement is going to announce to you and the rest of the world your purpose in life. So it is not like a cookie cutter process. This is a process that you have to go through on your own. So you have to do your life work to go through that process. And I can tell you, time is ticking, and I have my watch here. Time is ticking, but don't let that discourage you. A lot of people say, well, I'm too old to talk about my life's purpose. I've lived my life already. You're never too old. If you're not in that grave yet, you are not too old to live your life's purpose. So I just want you to know that. And you're never too young. The younger, the better. So if you're a young person, you say, well, I don't have enough experience to even know what my life's purpose is. That is not true. You were born with certain things and certain strengths and talents that God has given you that you have a destiny on this earth with. So time is not a factor. Let's take that away. When you do things aligned to your purpose, you live a happier life. It's automatic. It's automatic. You will live a wonderful, happy life when your values and what you love to do align with what you're really doing. then you live a happy life. So if you like this video, please like at the bottom. Like. Have a wonderful day, a purpose-filled life. And remember, life is as lovely as you make it.